in the beautiful country of St. Kitts. I'm going to show you an area that's just barely outside of Connery. It's the first area that you'll get to after Connery, which is called Keys. It's a little village, and I'm gonna kind of drive down here. It's mostly a village of locals that live here. It's not close to the beach, although you can see the ocean right there. There's no really beach. You could probably walk through the woods and get to it. It's amazing in St. Kitts. What you'll see beaches everywhere and no development on it. It just shows you how undeveloped it is here. There's just so much beachfront, probably that will be used for citizenship developments in the future. But as far as you can see out here, the ocean front there is all empty. It's just, you can see that a lot around this part of the island. It's like a lot of virgin beachfront. It's incredible how much is here. And the government, I assume, owns a lot of this land. But anyway, I'm going to just show you some of these houses. Very few of them ever come on the market, like I said, because they stay in the family from the first generation all the way through to the children have it, the grandparents have it, the parents have it, and a lot of times they die and they just pass it down to people in England or US or Canada. They just keep it. And but you'll see them coming out once in a while, and you can get some of these homes. A lot of times you see the Caribbean, you see a lot of these homes that are very, very expensive. But a lot of people want to move to the Caribbean and live in a tax-free country where they can buy a house maybe for under 100,000 US, or maybe even a little over 100,000. Some of these homes you can do that with if they come open in the market, but you can live in a tax-free country. I'm going to be getting to the homes that are 3, 4, and 5 million. We'll be showing you those too. But I'm going to gradually be going over the whole country and showing you different sections so you can kind of see what's out here. But this section again is called Keys. I'm on my bike here, so I'm going to be kind of just riding down here real slowly on the sidewalk and just kind of showing you this area. It's kind of noisy because I'm right here this is the road that runs all the way around the whole island. So this is the noisiest road you're going to see here, but I wanted to kind of show you what it looked like. And it's a great place. If you ever come to St. Kitts and you're an avid bike rider, you can take your bike all the way around this island. The best time to go is like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's almost no cars. And this is one of the few countries in the world you don't have really heavy traffic. Now, right now you see heavy traffic because we're like at 5 o'clock, so this is going to be the worst time of day out here. But you go out here at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, man, you don't see anything out here. You can go all the way around this whole island in a bike, and it's great. That's the best time to actually go around it with the bike. And it's about, I'd say around, to go from the southern end, it would be a really tough ride because the southern end is very hilly. And I've shown you some videos on that. But you're looking at, we're looking at probably around 50 miles to go from the Southeast Peninsula all the way around the whole island on a bike. And it's a lot of hills and stuff. But if you're a real avid athlete, this is a great place. If you want to come down, or if you just want to go to Frigate Bay and take a bike around Frigate Bay, just relaxation, that's a great place to go too. But the thing about here too is the pollution level is so low. I was seeing on the internet we had the second lowest pollution rate of any country in the world. I can see why. I'll come in from out of the country, from Dubai or Philippines or another place, and I could just tell the pollution here is just almost doesn't exist. The air is so clean here. And you can grow, there are mango trees just everywhere here. It's very easy. You can just take mangoes and eat them and just throw the seeds out. And man, they just grow so good. You can grow any kind of fruit here just about that grows in the tropics. But you can see that how close the ocean is here. The highway runs all the way around the whole country, and the ocean's right. You can see the ocean almost going around the whole country. There are very few places where you can't see the ocean going all the way around this highway here. So it's a very scenic view. if you're riding. And but like I said, there is so much land here on the ocean front. And if you're if you're big in farming, the government wants to really push farming here, all different types. And they're also looking into, well, they're doing all kinds of stuff, even looking into marijuana. Now, I don't know exactly what they've approved here so far. You could check with the government and find out what they've approved. But they're looking into things on that too. But you definitely need to check with the government before you start doing things here on that. And but they want to expand the farming here. The ground is very fertile, so you know, you can grow just about anything here. But you can see the ocean right here. It's just real pretty. It's a big, looks like a soccer field there. And I'm gonna get back out here on the main highway here now. But like I've mentioned in other videos too, I'll tell you some other good business opportunities here. They've got a real shortage of storage sheds for people. They've got 3 big schools here, 2 medical schools and a vet school, and they really have a shortage of these storage places. You know, people that store and leave for a while. You know, these 12 by 12 or 18 by 18 room units. That's a great business opportunity to put down here. And get this, no income taxes, no capital gains taxes, no estate taxes. And one thing too here is you can get citizenship here like as quick as about 4 or 5 months. You have to invest in a property that qualifies for citizenship of at least $400,000 US. Or you can get a fractional unit, which I wouldn't advise you to do. That's $200,000. You have to hold that for 7 years before you resell it. The $400,000 unit, 5 years before you resell it. But remember, the taxes here, you need to look at our other videos because you need to comply with the tax laws in your own country. We have videos on how to legally get around the taxes if you're in a high tax country. But you need to comply with those laws in the country that you're in, whether you're being taxed on residency or based on residency and or citizenship. So you need to look at that, and we can help you and guide you where to go for that. But the property tax, which I mentioned before, is 0.20% of whatever you're buying, but you get excluded on that over $29,000 US before the 0.20% kicks in. And that's about, oh God, about 12 to 15 times, depending on what part of New Jersey you're from, 12 to 15 times less than the property tax you pay in New Jersey. I don't know of any state in the US that the property tax is lower than here. I mean, we actually did a video on that just recently. You can pull that up on our videos. But the great thing is here too, right now is one of the best times to buy here because you can literally buy, we're selling properties as low as $33 US a square foot. That's less than around 400 US a square meter. And that's in a country that's, I'm talking about a pure tax haven. No income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Very difficult to find that. You won't see that in the Caymans. You won't see it in Bermuda. You won't see it in Bahamas. This is, you know, the place if you want to get in at rock bottom prices. This is the time to do it because when the dollar starts to fall, that's when the prices here take off. This is what happened on the last time the dollar plunged back around started around early 2000 and going up to about 2009 here when the property prices increased quite a bit, and they've stabilized since the dollar's gone up. Because this is an emerging market country, so typically your best time to be buying is after the dollar has been up high for a while. That's the time to buy, and that's right now. And that's why you can get these properties so cheap, as low as $33 a square foot. Now I'm going to tell you something. You got to look around hard to find properties that cheap. That's real cheap, but that's one that we just recently did. But that gives you a bottom point that you can kind of look at when you're looking at properties here. But you need to realize that when you come down here, people are going to ask, based on what these appraisers have told people their house is appraised for, and this is what you need to understand. Appraisals here are totally different in the U.S. and Canada and places like that. Typically, when they do appraisals in the U.S., they do it on market value. They'll take what houses are selling for, what they've last sold for. They don't do that here. They do it based on replacement costs. They'll tell you they do it based on market value too. That's a bunch of bull. It does not work that way. We just sold a house. It was appraised for $570,000. Sold for $230,000 US, less than half the price. That's why I'm trying to tell you, you can't look at the appraisals. You need to look at market value when you look. And the problem is you can't find these prices. They're not easy to get to. In the US, you can just pull them up on the internet on a certain street when that house sold for, what it last sold for. You can't do that here. And the records getting them are very difficult. There's no multiple listing service. You got to get somebody who knows the prices and knows where the bargains are. That's the key, because you're not gonna be able to pull up stuff on the internet like you can readily in the US and other developed countries. But that being said, that's why you can get such good deals here. You don't have availability, those type of things. So if you got the knowledge of how to get that and to do it, and you know what to buy at, this is how you make money here, okay? In the States, it's totally different because everybody knows what something sold for last. So, it's hard to get something 20% below what the last house sold for. You see what I'm saying? The market would have to really drop bad for somebody to do that. You need to know what you're doing, what price to buy it here, and you can get some really good deals if you do that. Also, if you get citizenship properties, I've mentioned before, don't get fractional units. You're going to get a lot of people trying to sell those. They're high commission. They're not good deals. When you resell them, you will not be able to get rid of them. It's like AIDS. You're stuck with them. It's like time-sharing units. And they'll tell you they're different. They're not different. It's going to be very difficult to sell them. You need to know what you're buying and how to go about buying it. But you can get good deals with citizenship properties here, but you need to know what you're looking for, and you need to know what the prices are. We can help you with that. If you got a question or comment, you can put it below, and I'll see what I can do to help you. Any questions that you got. Also, our website is www.citizenshipquickly.com, and if you go to the top of the bar where it says apply with us, hit that, fill out the questions, and then what you'll do is you'll send those back where it says send back to us at the bottom, and we'll see what your problem is. If you're trying to lower your taxes, if you're trying to get a second passport, what your problem is, what you're trying to get solved, and we can help you from there. And make sure you hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen so you can get new videos as they come out automatically. This is the rock quarry up here on the top of the mountain. It's a beautiful country. This is one of the prettiest countries. You come over here, I'm showing you one little section, but man, they've got one of the nicest mountain ranges. La Amiga. It's one of the tallest mountains in the Caribbean, and it's an extinct volcano. But when you come up here, you can hike up that mountain. That's on the other end in an area called St. Paul's. We just sold a house out there, $63,000 US. That one sold for 33 US a square foot. And one reason it's so cheap is it's on the other end of the island. It's on the furthest end of the island. But it's real pretty. You got great views of St. Eustatius across the Caribbean there. It's real pretty. Anyway, If you got a question, just shoot it to me, and I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.